So this film starts by showing a house where we see a girl named Darcy. She was very scared. She is hiding in a cupboard. She also had a doll in her hand with which she was talking. Darcy was actually hiding from her dad, who was a furious and cruel man. He used to beat Darcy frequently. This time also, he was searching for her. Now somehow he finds Darcy and takes her out of the cupboard. He was very angry with his daughter. That is why he starts beating her, because Darcy did not clean the house. Here we come to know that Darcy is motherless. She had ended her own life. She tells her dad while crying that I try to do well from my side. I also keep the house clean, but sometimes I'm not able to do it because I have to go to school too. On this, her dad says that you keep playing with the doll all day. You do not do any work. And because her dad was irritated by this, that is why he starts breaking the doll. Although she tried to stop her dad, when he did not stop, Darcy's eyes turned bloodshot. She attacks her dad with scissors and kills him. After this, the scene changes and we see Astrid. She was Darcy's neighbor as well as a friend who used to live with her dad. She also had a leg injury and now she gets ready for school and sets out on foot. We saw that Darcy is standing at a place and waiting for her. Then suddenly she came in front of Astrid and now both of them start moving forward. Here we notice that Darcy was talking to Astrid after a long time. Actually, something had happened to her, that she had stopped talking to people. We have already seen what had happened to her in the beginning, her dad's death, after which she had isolated herself. Now here Darcy talks to Astrid very nicely because she liked her and liked her to the extent of love. But till date she had not told Astrid about this. She thinks of telling her today. But as she wanted to tell Astrid about her feelings, Astrid's friend arrives here with a car. Darcy was not even aware of this. Along with him, there were two more friends of Astrid who were very rude and did not like Darcy. One of them, who was very jealous of Darcy, starts making mocking expressions at her. Now Astrid's male friend asks her to come with him too, but she refuses, saying no, you guys go, I'm going with Darcy. But here Darcy tells her that it's okay, it doesn't matter, you may go, I will come myself. Although she did not want this, but she said it, and now Darcy also goes with them, after which she goes to a therapist because she was undergoing treatment for her mental health. She often suffers depression because of stress. That is why she was undergoing therapy. Here, her therapist begins her session. Darcy tells her that my dad has stopped drinking. We know that she is lying because till now, no one knows that she has killed her own dad. The session proceeded, where Darcy tells the therapist that finally I have decided that I will tell my heart's feelings to Astrid. Hearing this, the therapist asks her whether she also has the same feelings for you as you feel for her. On this, Darcy says that she has a male friend, but whatever it is, it does not matter to me. Now hearing this, her therapist gets a little worried because she knew about Darcy's condition, that she loses control. Her mental condition is also not very stable. She's also proving this by her actions. So, the therapist asks her that what will happen if Astrid refuses? Will it matter to you? Darcy said yes, it will definitely matter to me. So much so that I can even go crazy. After this, we see Astrid and her friends in her house. It is known that Astrid's birthday is in a few days. Now one of Astrid's friends started talking nonsense about Darcy. To tease Astrid, she also says that you are her oldest friend, right? She responded, no, I am actually her second oldest friend. There is someone else before that. On this, both her friends immediately said, whatever you want, but we don't like Darcy at all. Then their male friends also come here. On the other hand, Darcy was preparing to go to Astrid's house because Astrid had also invited her to come home. She was very happy with this and was preparing a birthday gift for Astrid, which is a doll. And this is the same doll of Darcy's childhood, which we saw in the beginning. Now Darcy tells the doll that you should always take care of Astrid. And now she goes to her house. She had given Astrid her birthday gift today. Darcy also meets her friends. But when Astrid went to get a drink for her, her friends started making fun of Darcy behind her. Envious friend also says that Darcy is very strange. She keeps eating weird things. Everyone started laughing at her and she left from there in anger. Just then, Astrid also came there. Her friends say that they don't know why Darcy left suddenly, but Astrid knew that these people must have said something wrong to her, then she left. Anyway, here her friends asked her to open the gift given by Darcy. After opening the gift, they take out the same doll. Everyone reacted with frowns, finding it odd. On this, Astrid said that I don't see any problem with this doll. It is a normal doll, and it is my birthday gift." Her friend said a very strange thing, that it looks exactly like Darcy. There was a note with the doll which Astrid's male friend starts reading. It was written there that the name of this doll is Morgan, which is named after my mother, which I am gifting you cordially. After this, Darcy's expressed her heart's feelings. It was written that I like you since childhood. If you give me a chance, I will not make you angry. I will love you very much. Now Astrid was shocked to hear this, because she had never felt like this. But after hearing all this, her friends start laughing at Astrid. On the other hand, Darcy is crying because she was very sad. Then she gets a call from Astrid's male friend. He says that Astrid also loves him. She loves him. Hearing this, Darcy's face lit up. But we know that he is lying. He was just saying this to humiliate Darcy. At the same time, he was also teasing Astrid with her friend. Suddenly, he started laughing at Darcy. He says, "Hey, crazy girl, I was just kidding. The truth is that she hates you." Darcy felt very bad on hearing this. Astrid tells her dad everything about Darcy at night. Her dad said that her mom, Morgan, and I used to be friends and something very bad happened to her. On this, Astrid asks, "What happened to her?" Her dad replied that, "Right now, daughter, I cannot tell you anything." Now Astrid also shows her dad the gifts given by Darcy. But in the meantime, Darcy came to their house, whose condition was looking very bad. She asked Astrid, "Can't you love me?" Then Astrid tries to explain to her. Then she immediately said, "Don't explain to me. I know everything, that you hate me, right? Your male friend has told me this." Astrid replies that there is nothing like that. He is lying. Now Darcy tells her that I will prove my love. I will burn myself. Saying this, she leaves. Astrid quickly comes to her dad. She tells him everything in a panic and says that she needs us. Both father and daughter set out to find Darcy. They found her in the middle of the road, but she had set herself on fire and died. Seeing this, Astrid starts crying a lot. The next day was Darcy's funeral, when she was being buried. Apart from Astrid and her friend, many other people had also come here. One friend was feeling down that all this has happened because of them. But envious friend still was not feeling bad. Darcy's therapist was also there, who was also very sad. Then the detective comes to her because he wanted to interrogate her. He gives his professional card to the therapist and asks her to meet next week. After this, the night scene was shown where Astrid was sleeping. Morgan doll was also kept near her. But shockingly, doll's head starts spinning on its own. That means there was definitely something wrong with this doll and something very bad was going to happen. The next day, the detective comes to inquire about Darcy from the therapist. Then the therapist tells him that she was often depressed. They both also talk about her father. The detective says that her father has been missing for a long time and no one has ever seen him. The therapist says that Darcy's father was a very cruel person. He was not a good father either. He always kept Darcy troubled. He also used to drink a lot. So it is possible that he might have gone somewhere in a drunken state. They both also talk about her mother. They also come to know that her mother's name was Morgan. Now, it is possible that her mother gave the doll to Darcy. When Astrid's maid was working in the house, suddenly a ball falls near her, which had come from the room upstairs. She gets scared. She takes a knife and goes upstairs to check, but there was no one there except Morgan doll. Now when the maid started leaving from there, Morgan attacks her behind and slashes her neck, due to which her blood began to flow rapidly. She ran into the bathroom after seeing Morgan. She lies down in the bathtub to hide because her condition was worse. So, she cannot get out of the bathtub, and then Morgan, this bloody doll, comes to her, and it fills the tub with water, in which Astrid's friend dies by drowning. Now Astrid's male friend waits in his car and waits for his friend, who is no more. But when she does not come for a long time, he messages her, and she also gets a reply, which was obviously sent by Morgan doll. And then we can also see Morgan's shadow in the mirror of his car. Now the day comes when it was Astrid's birthday. All the friends come to her house, but she was not at home, and because they wanted to surprise her, they start preparing. Now they did not know that one of their friends had died. So another friend of the Astrid messages her, which is also replied by Morgan doll. But these people were unaware of the fact that there was a bloody doll here who was alive. Astrid had gone to meet Darcy's therapist. She tells the therapist that Darcy had been taking the doll. Hearing this, the therapist gets very upset. She says, "Show me that doll," and both of them start going to Astrid's house to see it. On the other hand, Astrid's male friend gets a message from her dead friend's number. It is written, "I'm upstairs, you also come," which was obviously Morgan's work. So Astrid's male friend sends both his friends out of the house on some pretext and goes upstairs. But there he does not find his friend, but her dead body, seeing which he starts crying. But then Morgan comes here and makes him silent, not with affection but with violence, because she first injures him by attacking him with a rod. Then she crushes his head by hitting him. Astrid and the therapist come to her house, where her friends surprise Astrid, after which she brings the therapist to her room and shows her that doll. The therapist tells Astrid that Darcy's mom used to make dolls, but along with this she also used to practice black magic, and I have come here to check whether this doll is also cursed by black magic or not. The therapist started looking at the doll very carefully. Then she tells her that you go out and enjoy the party. Till then, I will check this doll thoroughly. After Astrid left, the therapist noticed that the doll has human hair on its head, which frightened her a lot because she got confirmed that black magic has really been done on this doll, and she also found a human tooth on Chad. Then she gets tensed and quickly calls the police. Then the therapist came out to tell everything to the Astrid, but when she came back into the room, the doll had disappeared from there. That is why the therapist started searching for the doll. Suddenly, the doll comes from the front and grabs the therapist by the throat and knocks her unconscious. After some time, when Astrid comes in the room, she sees the therapist lying unconscious. But before she could understand anything, Morgan's doll got up. It started walking towards Astrid, which scared her a lot. In the meantime, the therapist also regained consciousness, and here, finally, the doll removes its mask, and it shows its face. But surprisingly, this doll, Morgan, was none other than Darcy. Yes, she was not dead, but alive. So now we come to know that Darcy was faking everything from the start till now, so that she could live with Astrid in her house as a doll, as a living doll. And when she was talking about burning herself, she had burnt someone else who was none other than her dad. What happened was that she also disposed of her dad's body because the dead body was rotting, so everyone could have doubted, so her work became easy. Now the police had to identify the dead body, so Darcy placed her tooth near the dead body, which made the police think that it was Darcy's dead body and she was killed. This made it clear how clever Darcy is. Now here, Darcy also gives surprising information that my mother did not take her own life, but Dad killed her. And I have also killed some bad people in my life, like your maid and both your friends who were cheating on you. And Astrid felt very bad after hearing this. But Darcy says that I love you, so I have done all this for you only. So now you also accept me. But Astrid, who was completely nervous, was not in a condition to say anything. Now Darcy asks Astrid to send all the people from your house on some pretext. But if you do not do this, then I will kill the therapist. On this, Astrid did the same. She sends all the people from there. After this, when she came back to the room, she heard the voice of her dad, who had returned home. Before this, Astrid calls out to her dad for help. Then Darcy shuts her mouth, and she says that you also don't need your dad. On this, Astrid said that my dad is my everything. Hearing this, Darcy becomes outraged and she knocks Astrid unconscious because now her intention was to kill Astrid's dad. That's why she goes straight to him with a knife. She slashes his neck slightly, due to which he starts dying. In a short while, the detective also reaches there, but Darcy attacks him with a knife and kills him. On the other hand, Astrid and the therapist free themselves and come downstairs, where her dad was lying down soaked in blood. But Astrid sees that her dad is still alive. Then Darcy came in front of them with a knife. She says that your dad is also involved in my mother's death, because something was going on between my mother and your dad. On this, Astrid's dad tells her that there was nothing like that. We both were just good friends. On this, the therapist also said that yes, he was speaking true, because I too used to be a good friend of your mother. Then Astrid's friend comes from behind and attacks Darcy. But the very next moment, she stood up and shoots at her with Astrid's dad's gun. Darcy also shoots at the therapist because she was talking too much.
Now fed up, Astrid tells Darcy that I love you very much, which Darcy liked a lot. Now both of them were coming closer to each other. Astrid gives her a bracelet which Darcy had given her. She tells Darcy that earlier I wore it, but now it is your turn to wear it.
Astrid then asks her clothes on the pretext of hugging her, but she attacks her with a knife, getting a chance. Now Astrid felt that Darcy is finished, and everything is fine. But once again, Darcy stands up. Yes, this time Astrid shoots her and actually kills her. After everything calms down, Astrid and the therapist are talking about how luckily her dad survived. She keeps the doll in the house as evidence so that she can tell the police everything about Darcy. But we see a horrifying scene. Suddenly the doll's head starts moving, which makes us understand that since Darcy's mother, Morgan, had practiced black magic on the doll, so Darcy's spirit has possessed this. Because her love for Astrid was at the level of madness, and now who knows how many people she will kill to get her love. And the film ends here with this horrific ending.